YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with yet another Washington football team video, and in today's video, it finally happened. We got some Alex Smith news, the news that we all expected. This is not a surprise. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, in this case our Washington football team. Let's get straight into today's video. So as you heard me say, it happened. It comes to no surprise. We expected this to happen. Even before the season started, we thought it was going to happen, and it didn't. And that I'm talking about is that the Washington football team is expected to release Alex Smith. Now let me read you the post verbatim of football team today on Instagram. He says Washington is expected to release quarterback Alex Smith in the coming days, per Ian Rappaport. The move will give us nearly $15 million in cap space. This is 100% the right move. I couldn't agree more with that post, because now Washington goes from $38 million in cap space to possibly $52-53 million. This is the right move. I understand Alex Smith, the comeback story was phenomenal, man. No one expected him to come back. We understand all of that. We love Alex Smith for that. He won us the division, and I'm pretty sure he's going to find work somewhere else, whether that's in a starting role or in a backup role. I can see him going to New England. You know, Bill Belichick and the guys need a quarterback up there in New England. I don't think New England needs a modern day quarterback, if you get what I'm trying to say. They had Tom Brady for so long, and they had Cam Newton, and granted, Cam Newton didn't have anything around him. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have, his best receiver was Julian Edelman, and Julian Edelman wasn't even there for all of the games. So they didn't have anything there. But I just don't think New England is a modern day quarterback kind of team. They had Tom Brady for 20 plus years. Not a modern day quarterback, obviously can't run. He's a pocket passer. And Alex Smith, pre-injury, was able to extend plays a little bit. Now, post-injury, he really can't do that. So he can be strictly a pocket passer there in New England. I wouldn't be surprised if that's a landing spot for him. Or where I think he's going to end up going, I think he's going to go to Jacksonville, possibly be a backup. I know he still wants to play, but he can reunite with his college coach, Urban Meyer, and possibly, you know, whatever happens. I think they're going to have Trevor Lawrence, and he can mentor them. However that pans out, it's good for Alex Smith. But back to Washington and us, since this is revolving around us, we cut him. Well, we're expected to cut him in the coming days. I don't think the GQ interview had anything to do with it. I think this was going to be a move made regardless, because he just took up too much of the cap. I think that they got to see what they needed to see out of Alex Smith, that he isn't the guy that we can use to lead this offense. Like I said, it's nothing against Alex Smith. I love Alex Smith as a player, as a person, but you're just not the guy that we need to run this offense. This is a modern day offense that needs a quarterback that's able to extend plays with his legs. As you've seen how the offense looks so much better with Kyle Allen and Taylor Heineke in the game. And really with Alex Smith, yeah, the playbook worked, but you really couldn't open it how you wanted to, because obviously the majority of the playbook involved around the quarterback moving his legs and extending plays, and you really couldn't do that with Alex Smith. So I'm 100% behind this move by the guys, Ron Rivera in the front office. This makes too much sense, you know what I'm saying? And when Martin Mayhew and Marty Hurney had their pressers, they were somewhat asked about Alex Smith, and they were kind of not really beating around the bush of Alex Smith, but they were like, we got to explore all our options, we got to see. And I really just didn't see anything about Alex Smith being there in 2021. I'm not gonna lie, when he was taking us on that 5-game win streak before this calf injury happened, I was like, he could possibly be the starter in 2021. But then he got the calf strain or calf injury. We don't know what it really was. It could have been something worse, which it seemed to be, since it held him out for so long. We just seen that he couldn't be the guy going forward. So I agree with this move 100%. It had to be done. Alex Smith, I'm thankful for what you did, but you just couldn't be the guy that lead us into the future. You're just not what we need. And like I said, Ron Rivera and Marty Hurney and Martin Mayhew made the right decision. I have to address the GQ, interview, because a lot of people think GQ interview had something to do with the decision. I don't think it did. I just think it made Washington's decision that much more, clear, and to to where they wanted to do with Alex Smith. Alex Smith made it abundantly clear that GQ article that he wanted to still play. Washington so-called didn't give him their fair chance, his fair chance to win the job or whatever. We all know about the GQ article. It's really a bunch of BS in my opinion. It's not Alex Smith. It's not the Alex Smith that I know, and I honestly can understand why he felt that way, because, you know what I'm saying, he felt like he could still play quarterback, and that's what he's going to prove next year. And trust me, it's nothing bad against Alex Smith. It's just what had to be done. Like I said, we're possibly going to have up to $53 million into cap space. We still have to get that settled through and, you know, processed and whatnot. And now it can make it easier re-signing Brandon Sheriff. You know what I'm saying? Probably finding out quarterback in free agency or the draft. You don't know, but I'm just saying free agency for this sake since we're talking about the cap space. And then we can get another receiver or two. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I want to go offense heavy in free agency and then get a linebacker in free agency as in KJ Wright, and then draft our linebacker of the future in Zaven Collins, the guy from Notre Dame, whoever that may be. But I'll get more into that in my draft videos. But like I said, this just had to be the move that had to be made because Washington just needed to free up that cap space. He wasn't about to reconstruct his contract, and we just didn't want him. I'm not gonna say we didn't need him, because we love Alex Smith as the veteran leadership, but he just couldn't get it done. As you've seen late in the season, his calf started to mess him up. And why would we go with that into 2021 and knowing that one game he could be good and the next game he could be out for 3 to 4 games? It's like, that's just bad. So we had to do it. I don't blame Ron Rivera for doing it. I love the move, and Ron Rivera is really haven't gave me no reasons to not like him yet. You know what I'm saying? I love what he's doing, and until he gives me a reason to scratch my head, then I'll start questioning Ron Rivera. But until then, he is making the right moves. Him, Martin Mayhew, and Marty Herney, they came in and took a big gump off of Ron Rivera's back. Now they can, you know, break it down evenly. So it just looks good for Washington, man. I'm really excited to see this team's future and more money added to our pockets, dog. So I'm excited. There's no reason why Washington should not upgrade this team tremendously. There's no reason why we shouldn't be Super Bowl contenders in the next 2 years. Some even say next year, because we have all this money and we actually showed up 1 year. I don't know, but I say at least in the next 2 years we should be Super Bowl contenders, and if not, then I can start questioning Ron Rivera. But until then, he has gave me all right to have confidence in Ron Rivera, man. I love what he's doing with the team. I love the direction of the team, and like I said, until he gives me a reason to not like what he's doing, I'm going to continue to ride with Ron Rivera. Yeah, man, like I said, this was a business move. This is what had to be done, and I know a lot of people that wanted Alex Smith on the roster in 2021 are going to be hurt by it. I'm not going to say you're not right to have your opinion, but this is just what had to be done for the team. And honestly, Alex Smith, I wish you all but the best, but it just wasn't here in Washington anymore. And whatever you go, whatever your next steps, man, I'm excited for you. And once he's officially cut, I will make another video on it. But like I said, wish you the best, Alex Smith, and good luck for the rest of your career. So with that being said, it's been boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Hell to the Washington football team. Let me know how you guys feel about this video down below. Are you happy we cut Alex Smith? Are you mad? Should we have kept on to him? What would you have done if you were the GM? As always, it's been boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Hell to the Washington football team. I'm out. Hey, cross me one time, that's gonna get you popped.